In the quiet town of Ravenswood, nestled between dense forests and forgotten cemeteries, a sense of unease hung in the air like a heavy fog. Strange occurrences were not uncommon in this place, but nothing could have prepared the townsfolk for what was about to transpire. As twilight settled over Ravenswood, the townspeople went about their evening routines, unaware of the impending events that would shatter their peaceful existence. Children played in the streets, laughter echoing through the alleys, while the adults gathered at the local tavern, sharing stories and camaraderie. All seemed ordinary, just another tranquil night in their quaint town. Late in the evening, when the moon ascended to its full glory, a hushed murmur swept through the residence. An unusual, intense brightness emanated from the heavens, capturing their attention like a celestial siren's call. A streak of light, brilliant and hypnotic, blazed across the sky, tracing an otherworldly path. Gasps of astonishment mixed with nervous whispers as the celestial fireball plummeted toward the earth with a breathtaking speed. It seemed to be heading straight for the heart of the town, and the once calm air now crackled with electricity, as if nature itself sensed the impending turmoil. With an earth-shattering impact, the celestial intruder crashed into the woods on the outskirts of Ravenswood, the deafening sound echoing for miles around. Trees trembled and tremored, and the ground quivered under the strain of the extraterrestrial event. The townspeople stood still, their hearts pounding in their chests, unsure of whether to approach the sight or flee in fear. As the echoes of the crash subsided, an eerie silence blanketed Ravenswood. The children's laughter was silenced, and the jovial chatter at the tavern ceased. A palpable sense of foreboding enveloped the town, as if an ancient curse had been awakened by this alien intrusion. The night wore on, and the inky darkness seemed to deepen, almost as if it were hiding something sinister. Speculation spread like wildfire, each tale more fantastical than the last. Some whispered about malevolent spirits descending from the heavens, while others feared a government conspiracy meant to hide the truth. Despite the fear and uncertainty, a few brave souls stepped forward, feeling an inexplicable compulsion to uncover the mystery within the woods. Armed with flashlights and trepidation, they ventured into the forest, guided by the faint glow that emanated from the crash site. Their journey was fraught with unseen dangers, rustling leaves that sounded like lurking monsters and shadows that seemed to move with a life of their own. Each step felt like an eternity, and their hearts drummed in their ears like a primal warning. Finally, the brave explorers reached the impact zone, and what they saw left them awestruck and terrified. Buried amidst the earth and trees lay a peculiar metallic craft, unlike anything they had ever seen. Its surface shimmered with a strange luminescence, and intricate symbols adorned its mysterious exterior. A palpable aura of otherworldliness surrounded the craft, and it hummed with an unsettling energy. This unearthly object had not come to Ravenswood by accident. The townspeople stood in the presence of something beyond their understanding, a visitation from a realm they could not comprehend. With the secrets of the alien craft hidden in plain sight, the stage was set for a haunting tale that would unfold in the days to come. News of the strange crash reached the outside world, and soon scientists, reporters, and government officials descended upon Ravenswood like a swarm of hungry vultures. The town was thrust into the spotlight, and its residents felt a growing sense of trepidation. As word of the unearthly visitor spread, a makeshift camp of researchers and military personnel sprouted on the outskirts of Ravenswood. Tents dotted the landscape, and high-tech equipment hummed with ceaseless curiosity, attempting to unlock the secrets held within the alien vessel. Men in dark suits exchanged hushed conversations, while camera crews filmed speculative documentaries that sent chills down the spines of viewers worldwide. Despite the influx of outsiders, the townspeople remained largely confined within their homes, watching with a mixture of fascination and apprehension. The once close-knit community now found itself distanced from the rest of the world, as military barricades cordoned off the areas surrounding the crash site. Dr. Amelia Sullivan, a brilliant astrophysicist, was among the first to arrive at the scene. Her eyes sparkled with a blend of excitement and trepidation as she approached the metallic wonder. She spent sleepless nights poring over her instruments, hoping to decipher the complex technology within the craft. Government officials, driven by the desire to maintain control and secrecy, carefully curated the information released to the public. Speculations ran wild, with some believing it to be an alien spacecraft and others suggesting it was a highly classified military project gone awry. The military presence in Ravenswood escalated, and their actions became increasingly suspicious. Armed guards patrolled the area day and night, and no one could approach the crash site without clearance. The once trusting relationship between the townspeople and the outside world crumbled, replaced by a growing sense of paranoia and resentment. As tensions reached their peak, strange things began to happen within the camp. Equipment malfunctioned without explanation, and researchers reported unsettling dreams of shadowy figures lurking at the periphery of their vision. Whispers of a government cover-up echoed through the night, and fear clung to the hearts of those who dared to defy the military's tight grip. Amid the chaos, Dr. Sullivan worked tirelessly, driven by a deep curiosity that surpassed her fear. She knew that the secrets of the alien vessel could hold the key to unlocking humanity's understanding of the universe. But as she delved deeper into the enigmatic technology, she couldn't shake the feeling that there was a darkness lurking within, something beyond the boundaries of human comprehension. The once bustling town of Ravenswood became a stage for a sinister dance between truth and deception. Residents whispered amongst themselves, sharing tales of mysterious disappearances and unmarked black SUVs following them in the night. The air felt thick with conspiracy, and it was evident that there were forces at play far beyond the control of the town's inhabitants. In the midst of the turmoil, a small group of townspeople banded together, determined to uncover the truth hidden behind the layers of secrecy. They formed a clandestine alliance, sharing information gathered from their own investigations. Dr. Sullivan, intrigued by their courage, decided to share some of her discoveries with them, believing that the truth should not remain locked away. But with each passing day, it became clear that the unearthly visitor was not just a mere curiosity, it was an enigma that could change the course of history. The mysteries surrounding the alien craft seemed to deepen with every revelation, leading to an unsettling realization that there were powerful forces working behind the scenes, intent on keeping the truth buried. As the tension between the townspeople and the military reached its apex, a profound sense of unease settled over Ravenswood. The once innocent town had become a battleground of conflicting interests, where the line between reality and paranoia blurred, and the truth seemed to be slipping further from grasp. The enigma of the unearthly visitor grew ever more complex, entangling both the curious and the conspiratorial in its web. As the days turned into weeks, the question on everyone's mind remained the same: what did this strange, extraterrestrial presence mean for the world and the future of Ravenswood? Only time would tell if the enigma would be unraveled or if it would remain forever shrouded in darkness. With each passing day, Ravenswood became plagued by a series of bizarre events. Strange noises echoed through the streets at night, and eerie shadows danced along the walls of abandoned buildings. Some claimed to have seen ghostly apparitions wandering through the cemetery, while others spoke of unsettling encounters with otherworldly beings. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the once peaceful town transformed into a nightmarish landscape. The soft whispers of the wind turned into ghostly moans that seemed to carry ancient tales of sorrow and despair. Even the bravest souls hesitated to venture outside after dark, fearing the malevolent spirits that now roamed the streets. Rumors of the haunting spread like wildfire, reaching neighboring towns and attracting ghost hunters, thrill seekers, and paranormal enthusiasts. They came with their gadgets and cameras, eager to capture evidence of the supernatural occurrences in Ravenswood. But little did they know that this was not a mere spectacle for entertainment, it was a manifestation of something far more profound and sinister. As the veil between the living and the dead seemed to thin, the residents of Ravenswood found themselves tormented by vivid nightmares that felt all too real. Terrifying visions haunted their sleep, and some woke up with unexplained bruises and scratches as if they had physically grappled with malevolent entities in the night. The once joyful playgrounds and parks now stood eerily deserted, as if the spirits of Ravenswood had claimed them as their own. Swing sets creaked and swayed with an otherworldly rhythm, and faint, ghostly laughter seemed to echo through the empty spaces, a haunting reminder of happier times long gone. In the cemetery, tombstones became canvases for mysterious symbols that seemed to glow with an ethereal luminescence under the pale moonlight. The graves themselves appeared disturbed, as if the restless spirits within were struggling to break free from their earthly confines. Residents recounted chilling encounters with shadowy figures lurking at the edge of their vision, fleeting glimpses of beings that appeared neither human nor animal. The darkness of the night seemed to come alive with movement, and the town's alleys and streets became a maze of unseen terrors. With each passing day, the once thriving town of Ravenswood became increasingly isolated from the outside world. Fearful of the enigmatic presence within their borders, outsiders began to shun the town, and the once lively markets now stood empty, their stalls adorned with cobwebs and dust. The unsettling occurrences seemed to defy explanation, and no rational mind could grasp the scope of the haunting that had engulfed Ravenswood. Yet, even in the face of such terror, some believed that there was a connection between these events and the unearthly visitor that had crashed into the woods. Dr. Evelyn Hartman, the local historian, immersed herself in ancient texts and historical accounts of the town's dark past. She uncovered legends of a curse that seemed to awaken whenever otherworldly beings entered Ravenswood. Tales of unexplained deaths and mysterious disappearances that spanned centuries hinted at a pattern of paranormal activity that had lain dormant until now. As the hauntings intensified, fear and mistrust further divided the townspeople. Some believed that the unearthly visitor was the source of their woes, while others clung to the hope that it was a benevolent force, seeking understanding and communication. With each passing night, the line between reality and the supernatural blurred, leaving the once strong community teetering on the edge of collapse. Many families packed their belongings and fled, seeking refuge from the horror that had befallen their town, leaving behind empty houses and boarded-up windows. As the haunting continued, Ravenswood seemed to exist in a perpetual state of twilight, trapped in a nightmare from which it could not awaken. The once vibrant town now lay dormant, its streets echoing with the remnants of laughter and joy that had long since faded away. The enigmatic visitor had brought with it not only the secrets of the cosmos, but also a haunting presence that defied explanation. Ravenswood had become a battleground for forces beyond comprehension, and as the darkness tightened its grip, the town awaited a resolution that would either release them from their nightmare or plunge them deeper into the abyss of the unknown. Among the chaos and confusion, a local historian named Dr. Evelyn Hartman emerged as a beacon of reason. She spent countless hours poring over ancient texts, searching for any connection to the symbols on the alien craft. Her research led her to a chilling discovery: Ravenswood had a dark history of unexplained phenomena dating back centuries. Dr. Hartman's small library turned into a treasure trove of occult knowledge and forgotten lore. Dusty tomes and weathered manuscripts revealed tales of ancient rituals, long-forgotten prophecies, and encounters with entities that defied the laws of nature. The historian's eyes sparkled with excitement and fear as she pieced together the puzzle that seemed to connect Ravenswood's present to its ominous past. As the pieces fell into place, Dr. Hartman's determination to unveil the truth intensified. She found accounts of past visitors, beings from the stars that had descended upon Ravenswood in times long gone. These encounters, shrouded in myth and legend, appeared to awaken a malevolent force, one that had become a cursed guardian of the town. The deeper Dr. Hartman delved, the more she became convinced that the unearthly visitor was not alone. It was a harbinger of a cycle of hauntings that had plagued Ravenswood over generations. Each time a visitor from beyond the stars arrived, the ancient curse stirred, reawakening malevolent spirits that sought to wreak havoc upon the town. A chilling revelation gripped her heart: Ravenswood had become a sacrificial ground, a cosmic convergence of the unknown, and its inhabitants were unwitting participants in a nightmare that transcended time and space. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Dr. Hartman sought to unravel the mysteries behind the unearthly visitor and the haunting that had entwined Ravenswood. She collaborated with a select few townspeople who remained, individuals who believed in her cause and were willing to face the darkness head-on. Together, they ventured into the depths of the forest, guided by the ancient texts and cryptic symbols. Dr. Hartman believed that they needed to perform a ritual to confront the malevolent force and break the cycle of haunting once and for all. The night of the ritual arrived, and the forest was alive with an eerie energy that crackled through the air like electricity. The group formed a circle around the crashed craft, the unearthly symbols etched into the ground guiding their movements. Dr. Hartman led the chant, her voice trembling with both fear and resolve. The words she spoke were in an ancient tongue, a language not heard in centuries, yet somehow they flowed from her lips with an otherworldly fluency. As the ritual unfolded, the air grew thick with a palpable presence, and the night seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. The skies above Ravenswood were painted with a mesmerizing array of colors, as if the cosmos itself was observing the climactic battle of wills. In the midst of the ritual, a surge of energy surged from the unearthly craft, enveloping the participants in a blinding light. Dr. Hartman could feel the weight of the curse, a malevolence that sought to cling to their very souls, resisting its own undoing. But the determination of the group was unyielding. They stood united, pushing back against the dark forces that sought to consume them. The haunting entities, sensing the threat to their existence, fought back with ferocious intensity, unleashing a barrage of nightmarish visions. Yet, Dr. Hartman and her allies pressed on, fueled by the hope that their actions would free Ravenswood from its cursed fate. They stood firm against the onslaught, their spirits interwoven like a shield of light that held the darkness at bay. As the night wore on, the ritual reached its crescendo, and a final surge of power erupted from the group. With a deafening roar, the curse seemed to crack, and the malevolent force retreated, its grip on Ravenswood loosening with each passing moment. With the ritual's completion, an eerie stillness settled over the forest. The alien craft seemed to resonate with approval, as if acknowledging the bravery of those who dared to confront the enigmatic presence within its metal hull. As dawn broke over Ravenswood, a profound sense of relief washed over the town. The haunting had ceased, and the malevolent entities had vanished into the abyss from whence they came. The air seemed lighter, the shadows less menacing, as if the town had been released from the clutches of an ancient, cosmic torment. Dr. Evelyn Hartman and her allies had achieved the impossible, breaking the cycle of haunting that had plagued Ravenswood for generations. Their actions had not only saved the town but also unearthed the truth behind the enigmatic visitor and the dark history that had shaped their lives. With the departure of the malevolent force, the people of Ravenswood began to rebuild their lives, their sense of community restored, and their hope rekindled. Dr. Hartman's name became synonymous with bravery and wisdom, a legend in her own right, as the tale of the unearthly visitor and its haunting legacy spread far and wide. The once divided town now stood united, bound by the shared experience of confronting the unknown and emerging victorious. The events of those harrowing days would forever be etched into the annals of Ravenswood's history, a reminder that even in the face of horror and uncertainty, the strength of humanity's spirit could prevail. And so, the legend of Ravenswood's unearthly visitor lived on, not as a tale of terror, but as a testament to the power of courage, knowledge, and unity. The town's story was now one of hope, a beacon of light in the vast darkness of the cosmos, a reminder that the unknown may be unsettling, but it is also filled with endless possibilities. Months turned into a year, and the alien craft remained a silent sentinel in the heart of Ravenswood. The once thriving town had now become a ghostly shell of its former self, with only a handful of residents brave enough to stay behind. Life in Ravenswood had become a delicate dance between healing and remembrance. The haunting memories of the enigmatic visitor and the malevolent entities still lingered in the minds of the townspeople. Yet, with the departure of the haunting, there was also a newfound sense of resilience, a collective determination to rebuild and redefine their town's identity. The crash site, once a symbol of terror and fascination, was now a monument to the strength and courage of Ravenswood's inhabitants. A small memorial stood at the edge of the forest, adorned with flowers and candles, where people paid tribute to those who had lost their lives during the darkest days of the haunting. In the wake of the haunting, Dr. Evelyn Hartman's name became synonymous with the savior of Ravenswood. The once unassuming historian now stood as a pillar of inspiration and knowledge, her expertise sought by scholars and enthusiasts alike. She continued her research, driven by the belief that understanding the true nature of the visitor was crucial for the future of humanity. With the departure of the haunting, a newfound camaraderie blossomed among the townspeople. The once divided community now bonded over shared experiences and a renewed appreciation for the beauty and resilience of their town. Street fairs and community gatherings were held, celebrating life and hope in the face of adversity. As the news of Ravenswood's triumph over the enigmatic presence spread, the town once again attracted visitors from afar. This time, however, they were not drawn by morbid curiosity or sensationalism, but by a desire to witness the spirit of rebirth that had infused the town. Tourism flourished, bringing much-needed life and vitality to the once quiet streets. The alien craft that had crashed into Ravenswood remained a source of intrigue for scientists and researchers worldwide. Despite their best efforts, the secrets of the visitor's origin and purpose remained locked within its metallic shell. Many theories and hypotheses were put forth, but none could fully explain the mysteries that lay within. The departure of the haunting did not mark the end of the town's fascination with the enigmatic visitor. Instead, it became a symbol of humanity's insatiable curiosity and quest for understanding the cosmos. The craft was encased in a protective dome, allowing scientists to study it while ensuring the safety of both the town and the outside world. Dr. Hartman continued to work tirelessly, conducting research within the confines of the alien craft. The symbols etched on its surface had become her obsession, as she believed that they held the key to unlocking the visitor's secrets. As she deciphered some of the markings, she began to glimpse fragments of a cosmic language, one that connected the stars to the very essence of existence. The town of Ravenswood had become a center of scientific inquiry, attracting brilliant minds from diverse fields. Astronomers, physicists, and linguists collaborated to decode the language of the stars, hoping that their efforts would lead to a profound understanding of the universe's mysteries. The once quiet forest surrounding Ravenswood now teemed with the presence of researchers and astronomers. Observatories sprouted like mushrooms, their telescopes scanning the skies day and night, seeking answers to the questions that had plagued humanity since time immemorial. In the midst of the town's transformation, the alien craft remained a constant reminder of the encounter that had forever changed their lives. Many nights, residents would gather around its protective dome, gazing up at the stars with a renewed sense of wonder, wondering if somewhere out there, other beings were gazing back at them. The legacy of the Unearthly Visitor extended far beyond Ravenswood. It ignited a global fascination with the cosmos and the possibility of life beyond our world. Humanity's quest for understanding and exploration was reinvigorated as people looked to the stars with a sense of hope and curiosity. The events in Ravenswood served as a cautionary tale, not just about the dangers of the unknown, but also about the resilience of the human spirit. It was a reminder that even in the face of the most terrifying of encounters, we have the capacity to come together, to learn, and to grow. The departure of the haunting marked a turning point for Ravenswood. The town had faced its darkest hour and emerged stronger, united by a shared experience that had forever altered their perception of the universe. As they gazed up at the stars, they knew that somewhere out there, other visitors might await, but this time, they were ready to face whatever mysteries the cosmos held. And so, Ravenswood stood as a beacon of hope, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, forever connected to the enigmatic forces that lay beyond the boundaries of our world.